evening, everybody. Welcome to this Easter special Sunday Night Live right here on JonnyLipshamStudios.co.uk. Welcome, everybody. A very happy Easter to you all. For those of you that celebrate it from a Christian point of view, I hope you've had a wonderful day. For those of you that don't, I hope you've also had a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. I've had a very pleasant extended weekend. It's been very nice to have the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday. And I'll also have tomorrow where I am not working at all. It's fantastic. So, yes, Kyle, I have had all 7 of my hairs cut. It took my wife a new record haircut time. It took her 15 seconds. Yep, cutting my hair takes less and less time every time it's done, but it does need done because it just gets tufty, and eventually it will stop, and the hair just won't be there, and it'll be all like this, like permanently, and that'll be great. I would like that. Anyway, welcome everybody, and I can see that we have a new person joining us this evening who goes by the name of Alpha Omega. Welcome to you, and I'm very glad you're here. And you heard of this show via Mr. Blue, the one and only Keith over in Canada. Thank you very much, Keith, for advertising. And Alpha and Omega, I'm very glad that you made it over here as a result. If you like what I do here, then please do pass on the word to all of your friends, your family, your friends and family's tennis partners, your friends and family's tennis partners, dogs, cats, and bunnies. It would help me out a lot because I would get a lot more subscribers, and it might be a channel first if we start getting some animal subscribers. Anyway, now I'm just being daft. Anyway, welcome everybody. Sean Aaron was first in the door, and he was a ludicrous 6 hours and 23 minutes before showtime. That's keenness. But it's not the most keen. The most keen record still goes to Chris Manrachner, who was in attendance in the chat 2 days before showtime once. So he holds that record very proudly, I'm sure. But he is here. Chris Manrachner is here. And Danny Taylor is here, Billy Morgan is here, Ron Figura is here, DJ Vu is here with lots of Easter-related emojis, and we got Boris Dancy, Stephen Wilson as well, Kyle Traduziak, who I mentioned earlier, DJ Vu is here, let's see, Don Oliver is here, Alpha and Omega is here as well. Who says, I heard the ads for the show on Mr. Blue's channel. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss any of my shows, because I do 2 shows. I do this one on a Sunday, and I also do a songwriting show called Songwriting Simplified, where we break down songwriting and, you know, kind of all the techniques and stuff that goes into that, including arranging, composing, we do some music theory as well, and we have done some music history and music, kind of music theory stuff as well. So if that's your bag as well, then please do join me on Wednesday at the same time, 6 p.m. Central. You may find it of value. And let's see who else is here. I'm just scrolling down. Studio One Tuts is here, and Rich Cresswell is here as well. John Hawk has made it in the door. Juan is here, my good friend Juan. I'm very glad you're here, Juan. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. And there we go. Rich says, I did a quick song, but I had to do it quick. I look forward to your songs. Yes, tonight is the night. For those of you that are unaware, so this would probably include Alpha. Alpha, we have been running a songwriting challenge to write an Easter song, but with a twist. And the challenge has been to write this song from the perspective of the Easter egg. So, got to come up with some kind of story, but you got to write it from the point of view of the Easter egg. So that was the challenge. Harder than it sounds. Definitely is harder than it sounds. And we have 6 songs that we are going to play this evening. So it's going to be pretty cool. I have not listened to any of them. I literally downloaded them an hour ago. I have not heard any of them. One I haven't downloaded, which is Chris Maragna's. His is on SoundCloud, and I have queued his up, but I have not listened to his yet. So this is going to be fun. There is no prize. Some of our challenges we have had prizes, and maybe some future challenges we will have prizes again. But for the most part, I'm mixing things up. Some have prizes, some don't. And basically, we are going to be doing different songwriting challenges throughout the course of 2024, and they will have kind of different criteria to them. This one was to write a song from a third person's perspective, but in the first person for that third person, if you follow. So that was this one. The previous one we did was for Christmas, which was a fun challenge to do. Christmas challenge was a great challenge to do. And then the one before that, we did a Halloween challenge where you had to write a piece of music using a particular scale, which is a weird scale that Rich Cresswell and I chose, which is the Locrian Natural 6 scale, the B Locrian Natural 6 scale. And that was the criteria, basically you could do anything you want, but just use that scale. And so there will be similar challenges like that. So Alpha, if you want to take part, you are very welcome to take part, whether there's prizes or not. I'd love it if we have people take part in the non-prize challenges just as much as the other ones, which do have prizes. So yes, Danny Taylor says perhaps the Scotch egg should have been the prize. Yes, however, that's very funny. However, there is always the potential that it might not be allowed as import into your country. There's always that. Anyway, so this is going to be cool. I'm looking forward to this. So if you guys are ready, we will get started playing these songs. And I'm not going to play them in any particular order. I'm just going to click on the ones that I have downloaded. And I'm also going to click on Chris's as well. So I don't know what order I'm going to play these in. And we will see how these come out. This should be very interesting, to say the least. So I'm going to start with the one that is highlighted in Windows Explorer, because I think it might have been the last one I downloaded. So this one is called Easter Egg Song, and it is by Danny Taylor. Danny, I don't know if you actually had a title for this. If you do have a title for it, please do get that title in the chat there. Rich says they wouldn't want real food, of course. Yes, of course they wouldn't. I know, I'm not stupid. Although sometimes I can be. The prize will be to listen to submitted works. Of course, yes, absolutely. All right, so this is Danny Taylor's song. Danny, I don't know if you have a title for this, but if you do, please post it in the chat. I'm otherwise going to roll tape, so to speak. Here it is. This is Danny Taylor's Easter song. Okay, I'm your Easter egg. There you go.
I might seem a little chicken. I really should come out of my shell. You got me in hot water, babe. You and I are starting to gel. Stick with me, chick. I got it made. You're my only bunny, I'm not pulling your leg. Remember the time that we got laid? I'm your Easter egg. I won't kiss and tell a lie. I won't say a peep. Cross my heart and hope to die. You're a good egg that I wanna keep. Tell those eggheads to take a hike. You drive me crazy, baby, I'm a basket case. I'ma let you do what you like, and I wanna leave you with egg on your face. I'm your Easter egg. What do you call eggs that snooze on the job? Exhausted. Why did the Easter egg hide? He was a little chicken. What happened to the chicken at school? He was egg-spelled. Why did the egg cross the road? To get to the Shell station. How do you know if a chef is mean? He beats his eggs. Who tells the best egg puns? Comedians. What did the egg say about escaping the chef? I might whisk it and run.
Yeah, that was fantastic, Danny. That was hilarious. It was absolutely stuffed to the rafters with fantastic lyrics. Well done, my friend. The vibe was very, very cool, and the lyrics were hilarious, and the sound effects really, actually, I thought did a great job of really emphasizing the lyrics. So well done to you. Excellent song, I have to say. So well done. And the jokes at the end were just great. And ode to joy with the chicken. That was terrific. Very, very good. Well done, buddy. DJ Vu says special effects perfectly selected. Yes, they were. They were perfectly selected and perfectly placed. And especially the crowd laughter, you had a different kind of sample for each one, which is really, really good, rather than just using the same one every time. So it really helped give kind of a bit of a realism to having an audience perspective. So that was great. Well done. All right, so I'm going to click on the next one. And this is DJ Vu's, and this is called Springtime. All right, so that was DJ Vu's Springtime song. I like that very much. A nice jazzy vibe and some nice chord changes. Slightly lacking in the lyric department, but okay. You kind of got the spring kind of vibe going on. It was nice and warm and lush, which is very nice. But yeah, it would have been nice if there had been some lyrics from the perspective of the egg in your song, which is what the requirements of the challenge were. But all the same, that was very nice. That was very cool. I definitely like the vibe, and I definitely like the jazziness about it. That was very cool because jazz is right up my street. So there were some lovely chord changes there. Yeah, very cool. All right, moving on to the next one, and this is from Mike Martin, and this is Easter Practice. Alrighty, so that was Easter Practice by Mike Martin. Again, another instrumental song. Instrumentals are cool. I have nothing against instrumentals at all. And in fact, there are some instrumental challenges that are coming up later on in the year. We're going to be doing some instrumental challenges where no lyrics, no. You can use vocal if you like, but there will be some no lyric challenges that are coming up. So be on the lookout for those challenges as they come up later in the year. But yeah, there's some nice classical vibes there. Nice use of different violin articulations and techniques. Pretty cool. Good stuff. All right, so the next one, let me see. Which ones have I played? I should have made note of which ones I played. That would have been smart. Let's see. Okay, so the next one. Let's see. Let me just check. Which one have I played? Okay, the next one we're going to do is called 30-Minute Egg Song, and this is by our very own Rich Cresswell.
I'm an egg, I'm cold red from the colour of me head. I'm asleep in me bed, please don't stir me. All your muscles, all your footsteps, and laughter and cheer. Getting near, getting near, getting near. I'm an egg, I'm cold red from the colour of me head. I'm asleep in me bed, please don't wake me. I'm an egg, I'm cold red, I might be thick in the head. Please don't bite me, not chocolate, you see. Don't listen what they said, not sleeping in my bed, and I'm not hiding behind that tree. There is blue in the bushes, the tastiest sight to see. He's far more edible than the likes of me. I'm an egg, I'm cold red from the colour of me head. I'm asleep in me bed, please don't stir me. All your muscles, all your footsteps, and laughter and cheer. Getting near, getting near, getting near. I'm an egg, I'm cold red from the colour of me head. I'm asleep in me bed, please don't wake me. I'm an egg, I'm cold red, I might be thick in the head. Please don't bite me, not chocolate, you see. Don't listen what they said, not sleeping in my bed, and I'm not hiding behind that tree. There is blue in the bushes, the tastiest sight to see. He's far more edible than the likes of me.
Very cool, Rich. I love the lyrics. That's very cool. It had a really cool little vibe to it as well. And as Billy says, it doesn't suck. But yeah, pretty good considering you knocked that up really, really quickly. So that's excellent. DJ says, I didn't really know about the importance of singing in the challenge. Maybe I didn't read something carefully, but everything is fine. Cool. Yeah, instrumentals are good, but this was particularly a songwriting challenge with a vocal in mind, because the idea was to write the song from the perspective of the Easter egg. So that's kind of what the challenge was. But otherwise, you know, your piece was fine, DJ, so don't worry about it. Your piece was fine. It was great. All right, so moving on. The next one is called The Last Egg. This is by Sean Aaron. Here we go. That was fantastic. Sean Aaron, what a great job. And it was delightfully weird, as I would expect from you, my friend. That was really, really good. The lyrics were fantastic. Production, really, really good. And lots of dark weirdness going on. And the sound selection was just really top-notch, mate. Well done. Excellent job. Really, really cool. Elusive 1970 says, technically it can still be a songwriting contest without lyrics. I wrote mine from the perspective of the egg and it's instrumental. Just saying. Yeah, I appreciate what you're saying, for sure. And yes, you are in some ways correct. However, the point of the challenge was a lyric challenge. It was to see if you could write a song from a third person perspective from their point of view. And seeing as we were writing about Easter, I thought the idea might be quite fun to come up with, for you guys to come up with a narrative about an egg from its perspective. So you are writing the narrative, the story from the egg's point of view. That was kind of the idea. Maybe I did not communicate that very well. Maybe I did not get that across very well. But that was the actual idea for the song. So for the songwriting contest. However, there have been some good instrumentals here as well. So I'm not ruling those out at all. But just to say, for in this particular case, it was meant to be a lyric challenge as much as anything else. All right, so we're almost at the end of the songs. We've got one more to go, and that's Chris's one, Chris Ragner's, and his is on SoundCloud, so I just need to very, very quickly jump over and cue it up. So this is Chris's, and he called it My Name is Ed, so this should be very, very interesting. So here we go.
I am an egg, an Easter egg, and yes, my name is Ed. If you eat me for a treat, you will surely make me dead. If you care at all for me, I'll tell you something funny. Instead of eating me for lunch, please eat a chocolate bunny. I don't want to sound like I'm being very mean, but better yet than eating me, try to eat a jelly bean. Here I sit, so decorated, in this pretty Easter basket. I knew that when this day arrived that this would surely be my casket. Hallelujah, praise for Easter, it comes just once a year. But being just an egg on Easter becomes my biggest fear. But if you eat me, it's okay, because I'll tell you what, before the day is over, I'll be coming out your butt. Easter is a special day that's promised to our Christ. He gave so much to save our souls for everlasting life. We should remember the occasion for what it really means, instead of eating bunnies, eggs, and colored jelly beans.
Chris, that was awesome. That was fantastic. Well done, mate. That was really good. I like the fact that you did it as a voiceover with a music bed as well. That was a different take and an interesting take on the idea. So you made it kind of more like telling a story and reading poetry over a music bed. And that was very cool. So thank you for everybody's submissions. You all did a great job. And I really like every single one of them. The instrumental ones are great. They're fine. So those of you that submitted instrumental ones, please don't think I'm knocking your instrumentals. I'm not at all. They were just fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. The lyric ones were really, really good as well. There is no prize, okay? The prize basically was me playing your songs. So as it turned out, there were only 6 entries. So that meant that I got to play all of your songs, and we're only halfway through the show. Personally for me, if I was to sit, having listened to all of these now and actually pick one, it's hard. It's difficult for me to choose which one is my favorite, which one would win if there was a prize. For me, I think it's between Sean Aaron's and Chris's, actually. I think those two are probably the ones that I liked the most for different reasons. Both of them were very unique, and both had a unique take on the contest and the idea behind the contest. So I think if I was going to give plaudits, if I was going to get, everybody's getting plaudits from me anyway, because you all entered and you all actually did something for this. So if I was to give like a winner, I'm gonna say let's have a poll. I don't think I've ever done one of these on, so let's start a poll. So, I'm going to say... okay, so it's going to be I can't separate Sean Aaron's from Chris's. So I'm going to quickly knock up this poll. Which of Chris or Sean wins? And I'm going to change this, the yes one, to Sean. And I'm going to change the other one to Chris. Okay, so we're going to put up a poll. And I think I only need 2 options. Okay, there we go. I've never done this before, so this is the first poll we're ever doing. So here we go. So you guys should now be able to see the poll, and you can now vote on which one you think should win. Out of the two favorites are mine. Now you guys might have different favorites, and that's fine. How do I see this? There we go. And at the moment it's a dead heat between the two. And we'll give this just a couple more minutes. So Peter Brooks has a question mark. Okay, Peter, if you're not sure what to do, there is a poll that should be pinned to the top of the chat, and you can click on the one you want to vote on. Whether it's Sean Aaron or Chris. Because I can't separate those two. For me, those are the top 2, personally, for me. But like I said, there's no prize. So, everybody is a winner, but I just want to see... okay, Peter Brooks. Okay, Dwayne says I came in late and didn't hear the first one. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to play Sean's one more time. If I can find Sean's. Yeah, let's play Sean's one last time, then we'll play Chris's one last time. I still have my mic muted. All right, so we will play Chris's one more time as well for those that were late coming in.
Get up and at it, as my mother used to say. Get moving.
I am an egg, an Easter egg, and yes, my name is Ed. If you eat me for a treat, you will surely make me dead. If you care at all for me, I'll tell you something funny. Instead of eating me for lunch, please eat a chocolate bunny. I don't want to sound like I'm being very mean, but better yet than eating me, try to eat a jelly bean. Here I sit, so decorated, in this pretty Easter basket. I knew that when this day arrived that this would surely be my casket. Hallelujah, praise for Easter, it comes just once a year. But being just an egg on Easter becomes my biggest fear. But if you eat me, it's okay, because I'll tell you what, before the day is over, I'll be coming out your butt. Easter is a special day that's promised to our Christ. He gave so much to save our souls for everlasting life. We should remember the occasion for what it really means, instead of eating bunnies, eggs, and colored jelly beans.
It's playing again. There we go. All right. So there you go. You've had both of those two played again. Honorable mention for the one with the puns. Yes, absolutely. Honorable mention for the puntastic. Whose was that? I can't remember whose that was. I think that was Danny's one, wasn't it? The puntastic one. Yes. Yes. Okay, so it is a dead heat. 50-50 between Sean Aaron and Chris. So you both joint winners. There we go. But to be fair, there was no prize. Everybody's a winner. So well done to everybody who put in an entry. I really appreciate you taking the time to actually go ahead and get involved in that challenge. The drum production for Sean Aaron's was outstanding. Really, really good drum parts. I assume that you were using something like Superior Drummer or Easy Drummer or something like that, but it did sound really, really good, and there was a lot of attention to detail there. But yeah, it was fantastic. So well done, everybody, for getting involved. There are more challenges coming up, so if you missed this one, or if you ran out of time for whatever reason, then that's okay. There will be other ones to get involved with, for sure. So thanks, everybody. Well done. So let's wrap this up with the last 15 minutes just for what we normally do on a Sunday Night Live. We normally don't do this kind of thing on a Sunday Night Live. Normally this show is about Studio One and your Studio One questions. So we will kick it over for the last 15 minutes to your Studio One questions. DJ Boo says, I think the lyrical layer should be appreciated as much as the instrumental layer. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I take that. Totally. I see no problem with instrumentals at all. However, the specifics of this challenge was about lyrical content. So I hope everybody now understands that. So I will, for the next challenge, make it very much more clear exactly what's required to fulfill the brief for the challenge. But yeah, if you like these challenges and they're fun for you to get involved in, because that's the idea. The idea behind all of these challenges is that they are supposed to be, number one, fun to do. Number two, they are supposed to get you guys being creative. And number three, the things that I talk about and the things that I teach on the Songwriting Simplified show and the answers that I provide to your songwriting questions, the idea really of the challenges is that you are able to take all of those things that you learn from the things we talk about and put them into practice and apply them to a specific brief for these songwriting challenges, so that you've got a brief to write to and a deadline by which to to get your piece out there. DJ says, maybe you can show your version to sum up this spring theme. Yeah, my version didn't get finished, unfortunately, which is why you're not going to hear it, because I didn't get time, unfortunately, to actually record the vocal. Yeah, I've been caring for sick members of my family, unfortunately, and that kind of just took time away from me being able to record the vocals. So mine, basically, all the rhythm section and everything else got done, but there's no vocals, so there's no melody, and so it doesn't really work on standing alone. So that's why I don't have a piece for you to listen to, because extenuating circumstances just took me away from being able to complete my own challenge, which is annoying because, I participate in all the challenges that I set, because I think it's important that I take part as much as everybody else. So yeah, unfortunately, I did not get mine finished for extenuating reasons. Bobby Booth says, make it easier for dummies like me. You know what? You're not a dummy. You most certainly are not a dummy, and you have actually entered one of the challenges. And you actually did a pretty good thing. And, Billy also entered one of the challenges as well. And you both did an excellent job. And, so there, to me, there is no bar that you have to, that you should feel that you have to meet in order to be able to participate in any of these challenges. There isn't one. Now, there are some people here who have been doing songwriting, composing, arranging for a long time, and they have developed their craft at doing that. And there are some folks in this community whose strength is mixing. So maybe part of this going forward to involve those that do mixing, like Kyle, for example, and Bobby Booth. Maybe one of, part of the challenge might actually be going forward in some of the challenges might be that you complete your work and then you get one of those guys to mix it. And then we can maybe evaluate their mixes as well as part of it. So there's kind of like a mixing element to it as well. That's something for me to think about and chew over and figure out how that's going to work best. But yeah, for sure, there should be that kind of element to it as well. But yes, there is no standard that you have to meet in order to be able to participate in any of the challenges that I do. The whole point of Songwriting Simplified is, I pitch this at everybody at any level. Whether you're the kind of person that you're kind of like a chicken pecker on a keyboard, you just press, that's a C major chord to you. You press two notes at one time, then you press those two notes. Even if that's kind of where you are able, where you're able to do, what you're able to do, then that's fine. That's absolutely fine. There is no bar. There is no standard that you got to meet to enter to participate. So even if your skills are maybe, should we say, perceivably weaker than others, it doesn't matter. It's a level playing field as far as I'm concerned. Anybody can take part. Danny says, how about a tag team contest, i.e. songwriters paired with a mixer or producer? That's a great idea. I like that idea very much, Danny. Thank you for suggesting that. And he also says, I love the challenges, even if the prize is the challenge, but a Personas mug would be good too. If only I could get hold of Personas mugs. They're not even sold in the shop anymore, because the apparel shop where you could get mugs and that kind of stuff is gone. I don't know if or when it's going to be replaced, but for right now, it's not possible to get Personas t-shirts or Personas mugs. But I may have a chat to somebody like Rick Nakvi and see if I can get some stuff that I could give away. We'll see what I can do. I'm not promising, but I will see what I can do. John Hathwaite is here. Hello, John. Good to see you, mate. Says, sadly, I didn't have enough time to complete my entry. I've been rebuilding my studio with the new laptop. Yeah. I had similar, well, not similar. I certainly also had extenuating circumstances that prevented me from finishing mine, which is of great frustration to me because, you know, these are my challenges. These are my contests. And so, I mean, that's why I'm calling these songwriting challenges. I'm not calling them contests. They're challenges. Because the whole thing, if I start referring to these as contests, then you guys will start to feel that there is kind of a standard, there is a bar. And, you know, some people are going to start immediately saying, I'm not going to enter because I don't meet that criteria. I don't feel I'm up to the same standard as everybody else. So these are challenges, okay? So it doesn't matter what level you're at, whether you're a beginner, whether you're intermediate, whether you're advanced, or whether you're, you know, a professional songwriter or a professional music producer. You can enter these challenges at any level, and, you know, you're going to be listened to at the level that you're at. And I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be thinking about your work based upon the level that you're at. So it doesn't matter where you're at. I'm always going to have positive and encouraging and, you know, uplifting and building things to say. I'm not going to have any negative comments because I don't think the negative comments in these kind of things are helpful. You know, yes, there are always going to be things that you can improve, and I will talk about the things that can be improved, but I'm going to be talking about things that can be improved from a positive point of view and not from the point of view of, this song sucks. No, you will never hear me say that. You will never, ever hear me say that somebody's work sucks. Okay? Because people put in effort, regardless of what level they're at, whether they are beginners who have never really kind of stepped into songwriting or composing or making their own music before. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Your work does not suck. Nobody's work sucks. So, you know, and Billy's mantra, it doesn't suck, is actually the point here. Nobody's work sucks. And in actual fact, every single one of these entries is great. They're all great. Instrumental ones with lyrics, they're all great. You all did a fantastic job. So it's a challenge. It's not a competition. As Ron Figura says, it's not a competition. If you accept a challenge, you're already a winner. Exactly. If you actually participate, you've already won. Everybody's a winner if you actually participate. I'm not a winner because I did not participate, but there were extenuating circumstances to why I couldn't. And there's a few people here who couldn't either. So that's okay. All right, so we got 6 minutes left to go. I will take any other questions and any other comments as well. You feel free to comment on this challenge or you know, maybe other challenges you'd like to see or you would like to get involved in. I already have some ideas that are lined up and ready to go for the rest of the year, but yeah. If you've got suggestions, I'm all ears. If you don't want to put them in the chat, you don't have to, you know, because there's only a certain amount of characters that you can use. So feel free to go down to the web address at the bottom there, JonnyLipshamStudios.co.uk. Go there, and there's a contact form there. You can click on Contact Us, and the contact form will open up for you. And then you can just email me your suggestion for a future challenge. If you have one, that would be great. And yes, you will be credited if I like the challenge and I decide that we should open that up to the community at large. I will credit you as being the one that came up with the challenge, for sure. DJ says, your impression about Easter Instrumental. Yeah, they were all good. The instrumental ones were all good. I don't have a problem with them at all. And actually, for the most part, you captured certainly a flavor of the kind of the springtime vibe for sure. DJ, you definitely captured that kind of warmth of the beginning of spring, which I liked, and your melody was very, very good. Your chord changes were fantastic. And there was a lot of good things going on there as well. So yeah, I don't have any problems at all with instrumentals that were submitted. They were great. So we had 6 really, really good entries altogether. So if we do not have any further questions or comments, we will finish the show a little bit early today. I don't have an issue with doing that. We've got 5 minutes left, so we can take the last 5 minutes to take some Studio One questions if you have any. But one thing I will say is we've got 18 people watching. We've only got 15 likes. So if you're here, you're watching and you like what we've done, then please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. It'd be great if we could at least get that up to 18. I think we peaked at 24 viewers. We about 25 minutes ago we had 24 people here. So yeah, it'd be nice if you would all hit that like button. I would appreciate it. That helps me out tremendously. Also, if you are watching and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. That way you can participate in the chat, because the chat is subscriber mode only. So if you want to get involved, if you've got a question or a suggestion that you want to make, or you've got something to say, then you need to be subscribed. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, select all notifications. That way you don't miss out on anything that I do on this channel. As I said, I have 2 shows. I have the Sunday Night Live, which is this one, and I also have Songwriting Simplified on Wednesdays at the same time, 6 p.m. Central, which is much more songwriting orientated. So tonight was kind of a bit of a special because it was Easter. So next Wednesday we'll be back to the normal Songwriting Simplified. I'll be taking your songwriting, composing, arranging, and music theory questions, and that should be cool. But I also have a bunch of videos that are coming as well, standalone videos that are coming. I've already got a couple up there. I've got my studio tour. I've got one on transposing using the score editor in Studio One. And I've got a bunch of other videos like that that are coming very, very soon. In fact, the next video is going to be launched very, very soon. I'm not going to tell you about it because I don't want to spoil it for you. But yes, keep an eye on this channel. Videos are coming, and as I said, we've got the 2 shows as well every week. So I hope you have found tonight's show useful and informative, and I hope you've enjoyed taking part in the challenge. Those of you that have, let's see. Chris says to Alpha and Omega, glad to have you here. See you in the next meetup. Yes, Alpha and Omega, thank you very much for coming. And he said, it's been an interesting show. I've already subbed and liked. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. And as I said, I look forward to your participation in future shows and maybe the next challenge if you're up for it. So stay tuned, stay involved. And it's always good to have new people coming in. And as I said, if you know people that you think that this would be useful for, then get them across here as well. That would be great. All right, so we are at the end of the show. Ron Figueroa says, sometimes we have an after-stream Zoom with people from this group. Yes, we do. Sometimes we definitely do that. So I don't know if somebody is going to launch one tonight. If so, Alpha and Omega, you are more than welcome to join us. I sometimes stick around as well. DJ Vu says, why are you not regularly on Radio Top Trumpet? That's a great question. I do have some songs of mine that he has. He has a bunch of my songs. I think he has like different rotations. Some of my songs appear in rotation on his shows, and some of them haven't yet. So I don't know. That's a question for him really, rather than for me. But yeah. yeah, he does have my songs. I've submitted them, so it's kind of up to him how he decides his playlist. So yeah, that's really a question for Keith, to be honest. So Billy is going to launch an after show Zoom. So if you want to join in, please do head over there in the next 2 minutes. He says, thanks for the invite, but Zoom is beyond my technical capabilities. No webcam. You know what? You don't have to have a webcam. You can be audio only. That's fine. You know, all you really need, bare minimum, is a microphone, and have that connected to Zoom, and you're good. So if you've got a microphone and you're connected to Zoom, that's fine. You don't have to have a webcam if you don't want to, because some of the folks that join us on the Zooms, they don't have webcams either. So you wouldn't be alone. All right, so there we go. That's the end of the show. We've got a Zoom link. I'm going to clear out of here. Thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you on Wednesday for yes, I will see you on Wednesday for Songwriting Simplified. Until then, folks, wish you a very good night. Good night.